bright. Seems a little too bright. Daylight. Seems like we want something warm. Kind of dim. Does that look good? Okay, that looks pretty good, right? I think. Okay. I don't think it looks too bad. Okay, so hey, how's it going? I haven't uploaded in about a month. I have a perfectly valid reason though. I started playing Hollow Knight, and Hollow Knight is like literally taken over like my entire life, so I've been a little bit stuck playing Hollow Knight. I've like completely 112% of the entire game, and I've just been obsessed with it. I've put in like 10 hours every single day just trying to like run through everything, and it has brought me to my knees. But nevertheless, I'm your boy Sad Boy. I'm here, and it's time to get to business. I just have a little variety of sounds, nothing too crazy, but I did want to spend a little bit of extra time just talking and getting to revive with everybody. I listened to what you guys had said last time whenever you were talking about how it was okay to, take a break every now and again. I ended up filming some videos, but I wasn't really like the quality of them wasn't very good. I guess because I was so focused on something else that I was so focused on something else that I wasn't able to put my heart into making videos, which I don't know, maybe it's like an ADHD thing, because I have to hyper focus on something. I'd like to find some balance, because I know that there's balance where I can play my games and also make videos for you guys. You guys like literature? Here we've got Looking for Alaska. Looking for Alaska. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna read a little bit of it. I want reading it to be the last thing that I do. And I'm also going to do an unboxing, which I'd actually like to start with. So here we've got I'm not exactly sure what kind of headphones they are. HyperX. I haven't actually heard of that brand before, but I got these for Christmas a couple of months ago, and I haven't actually opened them yet. Either way, we're gonna take a shot at it. I think my air conditioner just got on outside, so let's sticker here. I should have just cut into it, but we know I'm gonna make it difficult. I don't really have kind of heavy. It does pretty good with like holding out the noise. I don't really see. Oh, there it is. I guess here's where you're supposed to plug in the microphone. Did it? I mean, I don't came with a microphone. Oh, yeah, there it goes. What on earth? I don't understand anything. Oh, that feels like a quality wind cord right there. Yeah, that feels very quality. And it's got a mute button on the back of this ear. And I guess a volume control on the end of this ear. That's pretty solid. I might end up giving a review of that later on. Headphones. Yeah, bit of an impromptu trigger, but that is very quality. See, this side is very cardboardy. This side is very, I guess I wouldn't say plasticky. The whole thing is cardboard, but this is very smooth. It's very scratchy. That's pretty good. I like that. So, now we can move on to some other fun triggers. I don't know how well these are going to sound, so these might end up getting edited out. But what we have here are some little terracotta plants that me and my partner, fix the focus. Me and my partner painted these. They were just like, I guess like that weird brownish terracotta color. We painted them up and made them look a little prettier. So here we have, this is the one my partner painted, which is very pretty, like fish and flowers, very aquatic. And this was the one I painted. I don't know if you guys have seen the Junji Ito Uzumaki. I said seen it, like, you know what I mean? It's like a manga series, but they just recently came out with like an anime version of it. We just recently watched it, so I was trying to put something like that. Whoa, easy there, focus. I don't think I I captured the essence very well, but I think I got it to where you could at least recognize what I was trying to go for. I don't think I really knocked it out of the park, but I did my best. So whatever. Um, I seem to be having some problems with my camera focusing. Why is it doing that? There we go. This would work better if I had some nails. I'd chew mine all to hell, because I'm an anxious boy. I had some serious sensory issues when I was painting this. I don't remember what there was some kind of thing that we coated it in after we had painted them that made it all glossy and stuff. Now I can't remember what the name of it was, but it feels better now, but it was very not good whenever we just painted it. I'm going to try to move this camera a bit. Autofocusing, and I think that's pretty weird. It's taking a minute to do that. Maybe I need to make the light a little different. I've still got a lot of work to do in terms of figuring out camera stuff. I just recently learned about like ISO and shutter speed and stuff. I learned about it, but I didn't like get good at it. Here, I just need to turn it up a little bit and give the camera like a better break Let's mess with the lid of a candle. Vanilla bean. I'm not gonna do this one for very long because I admittedly overdo it in terms of jar lid sounds. I think I've had an entire video of just jar lid sounds. I wanted to give some extra focus to some other ones. Okay. Not too bad. And of course I want to pop in some little controller sound. Here I've got this, it's like licensed for the Nintendo Switch, but I think it's a third-party controller. I think it was made by some other company. So the buttons are a little bit like cheaper made, which I love those sounds anyways. So here, you press some of the buttons. Sorry, tummy's rumbling a bit. And those shoulder buttons those are clean. us to move with these bumpers. They just sound so good. Bam. That's a Nintendo controller. So, yeah, I believe that's almost everything. I think I'm going to end the video as I'm reading Looking for Alaska. I'll probably just like fade it out as I do it. But what I do appreciate everybody that's been on me, just chilling here and waiting for me. I'm trying not to stress myself out in terms of making videos, so I appreciate everybody that's taking the time to, I guess, wait on me and just hear me out. I'm happy to see you guys every time I pop in, so I'm going to read this, and I don't know how long I'll read it for, maybe do like a chapter, or maybe like 5 minutes or something. Not sure how much I'm going to read, maybe like a chapter, or maybe just like 5 minutes or something, but yeah, it's good to see you all again, and I'll catch y'all later. Okay, it starts out 136 days before. I don't know if this is a prologue or not, but the week before I left my family in Florida and the rest of my minor life to go to boarding school in Alabama, my mother insisted on throwing me a going-away party. To say that I had low expectations would be to underestimate the matter dramatically, although I was more or less forced to invite all my school friends, i.e. the ragtag bunch of drama people and English geeks I sat with by social necessity in the cavernous cafeteria of my public school. I knew they wouldn't come. Still, my mother persevered, awash in the delusion that I had kept my popularity secret from her all these years. She cooked a small mountain of artichoke dip. She festooned our living room in green and yellow streamers, the colors of my new school. She bought 24 champagne poppers and placed them around the edge of our coffee table. And when that final Friday came, when my packing was mostly done, she sat with my dad and me on the living room couch at 4:56 p.m. and patiently awaited the arrival of the goodbye to Miles cavalry. Said cavalry consisted of exactly 2 people, Marie Lawson, a tiny blonde with rectangular glasses, and her chunky, to put it charitably, boyfriend Will. "Hey, Miles," Marie said as she sat down. "Hey," I said. "How was your summer?" Will asked. "Okay, yours?" "Good. We did Jesus Christ Superstar. I helped with the sets. Marie did lights," said Will. "That's cool," I nodded knowingly, and that about exhausted our conversational topics. I might have asked a question about Jesus Christ Superstar, except that I, 1, didn't know what it was, and 2, I didn't care to learn, and 3, I never really excelled at small talk. My mom, however, can talk small for hours, and so she extended the awkwardness by asking them about their rehearsal schedule and how the show had gone, and whether it was a success. "I guess it was," Marie said. "A lot of people came, I guess." Marie was the sort of person to guess a lot. Finally, Will said, "Well, we just dropped by to say goodbye. I've got to get Marie home by 6. Have fun at boarding school, Miles." "Thanks," I answered, relieved. The only thing worse than having a party that no one attends is having a party attended only by 2 vastly, deeply uninteresting people. They left, and so I sat with my parents and stared at the blank TV and wanted to turn it on but knew I shouldn't. I could feel them both looking at me, waiting for me to burst into tears or something, as if I had known all along that it would go precisely like this. But I had known. I could feel their pity as they scooped artichoke dip with chips intended for my imaginary friends. But they needed pity more than I did. I wasn't disappointed. My expectations had been met. "Is this why you want to leave, Miles?" Mom asked. I mulled it over for a moment, careful not to look at her. No, I said. Well, why then? She asked. This was not the first time she had posed the question. Mom was not particularly keen on letting me go to boarding school and had made no secret of it. Because of me, my dad asked. He had attended Culver Creek, the same boarding school to which I was headed, as had both of his brothers and all of their kids. I think he liked the idea of me following in his footsteps. My uncles had told me stories about how famous my dad had been on campus for having simultaneously raised hell and aced all his classes. That sounded like a better life than the one I had in Florida, but no, it wasn't because of Dad. Not exactly. Hold on, I said. I went into Dad's study and found his biography of Francois Rabelais. Something like that. I liked reading biographies of writers, even if, as was the case with Monsieur Rabelais, I'd never read any of their actual writing. I flipped to the back and found the highlighted quote. Never use a highlighter in my books. My dad had told me 1,000 times, but how else are you supposed to find what you're looking for? So this guy, I said, standing in the doorway of the living room, Francois Rabelais. He was this poet, and his last words were, I go to seek a great perhaps. That's why I'm going, so I don't have to wait until I die to start seeking a great perhaps. And that quieted them. I was after a great perhaps, and they knew as well as I did that I wasn't going to find it with the likes of Will and Marie. I sat back down on the couch between my mom and my dad put his arm around me, and we stayed there like that, quiet on the couch together for a long time until it seemed okay to turn on the TV. Then we ate artichoke dip for dinner and watched the History Channel, and as going away parties go, it certainly could have been worse. Okay, the next one starts at the 128 days before. I'm going to assume that's like another chapter, maybe. I don't know. I haven't actually read that book in its entirety, so I don't know good starting or stopping places. But anyway,